Guys, welcome to the I Love CVille Show. It's great to be with you on a Friday. Thank you kindly for joining us. Fridays mean live music here on the I Love CVille Network, and the Ragnarockers are going to kick some ass and take some names today. Phil West in the house, Trevor Pietsch in the house. Second rodeo for Trevor. We got a feel for him with Minouche this past Friday. I have a feeling this music, a little bit different than what we heard with Minouche, and Minouche crushed it. I was so impressed with Gina and cool Susan and that team. This show is also going to be very cool for you. 4 to 5 songs on a Friday. We try to set the tempo and set the vibe as we head into happy hour and as we head into evening and make your lunchtime a little bit more enjoyable as we get ready for some Friday fun. This program, guys, thanks to the fine folks at Intrastate Pest and Service Companies. We are their proud advertising agency of record. This business started in 1969 with Mr. Wells, one man and one truck. Today, it's a 4-generation strong business, almost 100 employees, a Commonwealth-wide footprint, the headquarters around the corner from Bodo's Bagels, an office in Richmond, and an office in the Shenandoah Valley. We salute you, Intrastate Pest and Service Companies, just like we salute one of our other clients, Dr. Scott Wagner of Scott Wagner Chiropractic and Sports Medicine. We love working with him. Whether it's chiropractic care, whether it's physical therapy, whether it's just consultation for your body, his team changing people's lives at Scott Wagner Chiropractic and Sports Medicine. I have the really easy job. All I have to do is sit here, talk on this microphone, and be myself. Harris Tolber and Judah Wickower, the team upstairs, have the difficult job of keeping us focused and on track. I think, Harris Tolber, we should go to the studio cam, and we should welcome Phil, Trevor for round 2. Hello, Trevor. Welcome to the show, gentlemen. We will start with Phil. I'd like for you, my friend, to put into perspective your band, the Ragnarockers. We are one short.
We are, yeah. Unfortunately, the time slot didn't work out for our drummer, but he will be here tonight.
Fantastic.
With sticks and skins.
I love it. I love it. So the drummer's not here, but Trevor and Phil will carry the show. I'm looking forward to hearing your music. Before we do, how about the who, what, when, where, and why of the Ragnarockers?
No problem. Well, we could start with our bassoon member, Carter Thompson. He's actually a sound engineer like Harris, and he brings a wealth of information from that arena. Not only that, he's been a drummer his entire life too. And Trevor Pietsch over here, I think he's actually a transplant from up north, but not too far. You know, just the upper rim of the South, so to speak. And got a great musical education up there. Came down here, cracks the whip on us, folk kids that don't know all the notes quite yet. But Trevor is just he's a always been like a bastion of information. It's really nice to work with people that teach you stuff.
Dang.
Yeah.
I went to and I grew up in Northern Virginia and I went to high school with a really solid music program and also like slept on my buddies' couches in Boston when they were going to the BU Music Conservatory.
Oh man.
Yeah.
You picked up a lot of stuff.
I didn't know that.
Yes.
Yeah,
I tried really hard to like get as close as I could to like a college level like music education sort of ad hoc. And I don't know. I
think you've done that, dude.
Somewhere along the way, yeah.
This guy also plays the stand-up bass. We got a lot of people giving you some props. Albert LaChance says, whoop, whoop, Trevor. We got Andrew from Disco Risque watching right now.
Yeah, Andrew's
He's the man.
Bassist.
He is tremendously talented. Give it a like, give it a share on any of the channels you're watching. I'm going to throw this to you. Okay. Musical influences.
Oh, musical influences?
Yes, sir.
So I've tried to tailor this down to a pretty quick answer.
Okay.
Otherwise,
because you love music.
It's not a quick answer. But I got 5. I got 5 for you. If I had to name them, I categorize it. I go, my favorite band is the Beatles. My favorite singer-songwriter is going to be Joni Mitchell. My favorite composer is Frank Zappa. My favorite songwriting duo, like, 2 people working together, Steely Dan, Becker and Fagan. And then if you say guitarist...
That's eclectic.
Yeah, okay, sure.
That's a well-rounded lineup, right?
I don't know, maybe like modern band, I'd probably have to say Radiohead or like, if you're talking about guitarists, it starts to get hazy, but yeah, like Django Reinhardt, Pat Metheny, are big influences.
Lots of jazz.
Yeah.
I've asked you this question last week. Throw it again for the people that are watching now.
Sure, yeah. Oh, influences?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know, man. It's like, you start listening to metal when you're a kid because you're angry and you like the power and like the craziness, and then you like find the same things in like classical and jazz later, and I don't know, you listen to the radio and I don't know. I met Victor Rutan one time and he was like talking about like good versus bad music or whatever, and some of it's good and some of it's bad, but it's all pretty good as long as you can like find like a nugget in it to
Oh,
like
that's
digest.
Oh, I like
Yeah.
it, dude.
Yeah.
A
Focus on
nugget
what you
in
like.
it.
Yeah. Just something like if it's a terrible pop song, you're
Yeah.
like, but that
How's the
one part
drums?
was so
Yeah.
cool. You know?
Love it, love it. This show live on 7 channels across the network. What's up, Emily Filler from the Racquetball Courts? Hello. Jeff Prilliman, que pasa? Lauren, thank you for joining us. I'm going to throw this to you. The Ragnarockers, my friend. How do you characterize this band? Tough to characterize.
Yeah, unfortunately, like you mentioned, we're a little eclectic. We do try to be relatable. So we definitely pick out, some covers that you've heard of and put our own spin on them pretty typically. But we try to make it all own up to at least a level of quality that you would expect. Maybe that's the way to put it. And then on the original music side, we start getting a little kooky. I would say that we put a funk inflection on a lot of things, but don't necessarily play funk music. And if I were to use the word fusion, I don't want to like freak people out and think we're doing a lot of weird jazz stuff. But what we do is we try to, blend genres. I think a lot of times, which has become a fairly popular
Oh, yeah.
concept in bands. So I don't
Sure.
think we're like really doing anything too crazy. But yeah, like I described my sound as funky, jazzy, blue pop, and then I would say that we're somewhat of an extension of that, but just with these guys, really, we like a lot of the same music. So I
Yeah.
don't think they're too far-fetched from my tastes, but they definitely add their own spin, to be certain.
I like that answer. Trevor, how do you characterize the Ragnarockers? I mean, you know music inside and out. Like the Pope knows holy water
he
here.
does.
Okay? I mean, how do you characterize this band? Because you play in a lot of bands, right?
Yeah, I was actually like talking to Phil. I've been talking to a couple people about this recently. It's like not so much that we sit down and we're like we want a specific sound. It's more like we're sort of talking about like these sort of like ideas to like harness our creativity and like where we can all sort of like work while being like productive and
That's a
like
great-
working
yeah.
well with each other. So it's less about like exactly what the sound is and more of like
What the cadence.
you're gonna do as best as you can. We're gonna highlight like everyone's like key features.
Yeah,
If
good way to put
that
it.
is a cool sound, that's a cool sound. And a lot of times it ends up being pretty cool.
Yeah. Dude, I definitely, and I'm going to throw this out there, I definitely see the funk. I definitely see the jazz. I mean, you have a very, like, captivating and, like, alluring sound and voice.
Oh, thank you.
I think the voice is very unique. You have a lot of inflection.
Yeah.
Is that fair?
Oh, yes, I'm spastic.
Yeah, I don't think it's spastic. I think it's strategic.
Yeah, now it is.
You know like what you do well, and
still
you're
thinking
able
back
to
10 years.
flip the switch when you need to flip it, which brings the audience in. Talk to me about that.
Well, I think a lot of that comes from studying, my favorite frontmen.
Uh-huh.
I would say like Mick Jagger of the Rolling Stones is a great example. There's so many though. Just being able, a lot of the old blues guys, because it was so much more important back then. I mean, a lot of times it was almost addressed on a show a night basis, which is sort of like what we do because we're working more organic and we don't have like a label to like dump money in us in case the show sucked. So yeah, it was all about making it work as well as it could for that night, and that means engaging with the crowd and making them feel like they're part of the show, which is really hard for me because I tend to just freak out and not try to interact with people. But since it's obviously something that needed to be done, it's something I worked on and developed.
I
So it's
think
almost like a
in a lot of
weakness of
ways,
it.
you are your own worst critic. Is that fair?
me or one in general.
You, in general. I mean, are you
Oh, of
not
course.
your hardest critic?
Hopefully. I mean, I think that's how you get better.
I totally agree. And I see that in how you've improved. I just get the impression, and I'm going to throw this out there, and then we'll play the first song. You just love playing music.
Yeah.
You love
Yeah.
being a front man. Love strumming the guitar. I find that the energy that's around your shows, it's almost like an addiction that you're chasing,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Talk to me about that.
Fair.
Talk to me
That's
about
fair.
that.
I guess if I in my enlightened perspective, that is the age I currently am, I think I just realized that I don't necessarily fit into society in kind of a normal way or like an expected way, and that music is just really one of the few avenues where
Your outlet.
I can feel like I want, like I know that society expects what I want to do, I guess is what it boils down to, yeah.
Well-
Everybody's happy.
I totally see it. Well, thanks some of the people watching the show, and then I'm going to get out of the way. Sarah Ellen says, what up?
Oh yeah,
Brett-
she's at every show.
Brett Fitchman says, what up? You're getting some
that's quite a
props
few
from
shows,
Chrissy
too.
Carter, Rihanna Lawson, watching the show right now. Give it a like, give it a share. If you'd like to relay a message to the fellas, I'm happy to do it here on the I Love CVille show. So we're going to play 4 to 5 songs, and we're going to talk about the inspiration or the influence after each song. I know my role is to stop talking.
Okay.
Phil West, the show, my friend, is yours. What are we going to do?
Well, we figured we'd kick it off with a little bit of a, I guess low key would be the way to put it, but in this room, it's sounding pretty big. And yeah, this song is called Red Roses, and it's technically about a rose bush, believe it or not, in Tyro, which if you've heard, you know where Crabtree Falls is?
Hell yeah.
Okay. So
Love Crabtree Falls.
There's a rose bush out there, and it's not in a really good spot. And that's kind of what this song is about in a literal sense. But of course, you know, I like metaphors, so there's other layers. And maybe it's about, like, you know, love not working out, or...
Ooh, this is getting deep over here. I can't wait to
Anyway,
talk about this.
so
one.
I'd love to-
You got the Southern watching right now.
Oh, sweet. Hey,
Yeah?
hey, yeah, we love playing with the Southern,
Okay.
you know. It's,
Book them again, Southern.
yeah. Actually got an idea for a show, so that would be great.
Okay. We'll get the mic down. Judah, jump in the mix. Harris, if you want to come on. All right. First song. Show is yours, baby.
You want to do that Prairie Law intro?
Oh, sure, yeah. 1, 2.
Red roses that you left last spring. My house is grown into this wonderful tree. Funny how when you pick the right spot, the love it will be. Red roses that you left last spring. I saw yesterday this past evening you were leaving. Let me pour another glass of misery. My philosophy is, why won't you let me be? Oh, every time I look in my garden, this is what I see. Red roses that you left last spring. My house, she's grown to this wonderful dream. Funny how when you pick the right spot, the love it will bring. Red roses that you left last spring. I saw yesterday this past evening you were leaving. Let me pour another glass of misery. My philosophy is, why won't you let me be? Oh, every time bright spot, the love it will bring. Red, red roses that you laugh last spring. Red, red roses that you laugh last spring. Red, red roses that you laugh last spring.
Dude, that song has the hook. That song has the hook.
That's
man.
the single.
That is good. And you're getting some props right now.
Cool. We've been hearing
Andrew
that. Nice.
from Lord Nelson Disco Risque
Hey.
says, damn, dudes, you guys are sounding really good as an acoustic duo.
Really good.
I mean, he's
Actually,
giving you some
coming from
props.
Andrew, pretty really good is actually nasty.
That is nasty. That means you guys sound sick. Ariel, and I'm going to mess up Ariel's last name. Is it Vidgotsky, who's watching in Jacksonville, Florida right now? She says, you guys sound great right now. Okay.
Oh, he played keys.
Oh, it's a guy. I'm sorry, Ariel.
No. In a local reggae band. I'm so bad with names, but I know people's like instruments. And,
You're getting props right now. That song is
cool.
awesome. I'm going to get your voice
Thank you.
is
Oh, I appreciate it.
fantastic. And I'm not just saying that. Fantastic. Trevor, I'm going to give you some props.
Yeah,
Such a different dynamic here
Yeah.
versus Manouche.
Yeah, for sure.
We're going to talk about that in a second here. Talk to us
was
about.
great, by the way.
It was a
Really
great
enjoyed
show.
it, yeah.
I mean, Gina's a star.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, with what
For
she
sure.
does. Talk to us about the song.
Okay, so I mean,
It's got the
somebody
hook.
pointed out, yeah. So a lot of people like that particular song, and that's probably maybe one of the reasons why we opened up. Oh, sorry. Yeah, one of the reasons why we opened up with that bad boy was because people seem to like it. People seem to like our songs, and
Is that the most popular?
maybe just from like feedback, but that stuff's hard to judge because it's like gathered and collected, and no one really, and you don't poll everybody. Like from a random sampling, maybe yes, that's our most popular song. And it's also kind of easy to dial in dynamically. There's not a lot of really heavy hitting kind of. So very good song to do on an acoustic guitar also, if that makes sense. Yeah.
I feel like it makes perfect sense. Sandy Burford says, sounding freaking awesome right
That's-
now.
I guess she's kind of like my aunt would be a good way to put it.
Okay.
Quick
Well,
way to
she
put
said
it.
you
Yes.
sound great.
She
Trevor,
she
get
would.
Trevor, get you in the mix, dude. First, props to you. I didn't have a chance to hear the voice, your voice,
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Stunning.
on last Friday's show. Compliments Phil's really well. You have a fucking amazing voice.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, you're playing a completely different instrument
Oh, yeah.
than the stand-up bass from last Friday.
Oh, yeah.
Totally impressed with what I just heard from you. Talk to us about the song. What you like about it?
I think when we first were playing it, it only had 3 chords in it. So that was great. Really easy.
Why? Easy to pick up?
Easy to pick up, easy to sing on,
See,
easy
I
to
think about
play.
it as 4.
It started sounding
What do you
good
think
right
about
away. And then we started adding that like extra chord in to make it sound fun for the bridge. But yeah, I mean,
right.
it's a good hook, good melody. Phil is a great singer to back up.
Yeah.
He's really killing it. And
His
so-
voice, and let's embarrass him right now. Your
Do it, do
voice
it.
is like, it's so unique.
Trevor's is great.
Oh,
Wait till-
mine?
Yeah.
No, I'm talking Phil's.
Oh, Phil.
yeah.
I
Are you
just
looking at
see
me?
it.
Or you doing
I-
that?
I
exactly.
want your take on what we're hearing, because you know music inside and out. What
Oh,
are we
yeah.
hearing with Phil's voice?
You're just hearing a guy, you know, he really can get into that performance and step into that emotional level that
Yeah.
it takes to really deliver that.
I would agree with
And he knows, like, when he talks about the song beforehand, it's not like some pre-rehearsed spiel. He's, like, answering you, and he's thinking about that. It's going into his brain, and then it's coming out in the music.
Totally
you
a
know?
front man,
Yeah.
right?
He's like a total creative type dude. He's like, you know, something's bothering him. He writes a song about it, and it comes out, and you're like, whoa, dude, this is crazy. And he's like,
Yeah.
Free therapy.
Yeah.
I was just bragging about it.
I got to
on-
ask you
on-
about that.
on Wednesday.
The therapy side of the song. I mean, broken heart there?
Yeah, it's,
Love
it's
loss?
super cathartic.
Talk to me what happened there. Without getting into names or anything like that.
Yeah. Well, I don't know who presented this to me, but I think it's really important to note that what the meaning of the song is actually in the mind of the beholder, so to speak. You know,
Of course.
Just like music, it's, you know, however you interpret that song is not necessarily how I'm going to interpret it. And anyway, but from my perspective, what that song means to me, with all that being the preamble, is, yeah, I had a relationship that didn't work out, and I knew it wasn't going to work out, and I knew when it wasn't work. You know what I mean? Like it was all very evident. But otherwise, it was like, there were lots of factors that made it, if maybe we had just been in the right spot or whatever, you know what I mean?
You're saying the timing wasn't good.
Yeah. And I mean, we were a lot younger, so, money was a definite issue. And, yeah, I mean, I just gotten a divorce, like, not too long before that, so I was fairly certain that I would, never be married again. And
that's
she
where
didn't like to hear that.
Wanted to go that direction, and you were like, nah, dog?
Yeah. And then I got married afterwards, and so I think that might have even further irritated her, but anyway.
Okay. I appreciate that. That was
Maybe
real.
that was too much without...
No, dude, that was not too much.
Yeah, but it might be... Anyway.
Ron Gantz, welcome
She's
to the
probably not
show.
watching.
Barbara Lundgren, Terry Cadell, Harrison Scott Wallace, thank you for joining us. We got the Outer Banks in the house. Cheryl Sewell, giving some props from the Outer Banks, saying you guys sound amazing.
Cheryl's great.
Right now.
She's a great singer.
If you want me to relay a message to the fellas, I'm happy to do that. Put the message in any of the chat boxes you're watching here. We're about to hear the second song. A lot of commentary coming in. Theodore Robert Deal says, Phil, your hair looks pretty.
I do this, and it makes it curl better.
I love it. He's got some volume over there. All right, I'm going to get out of the way. Song number 2. Set the stage for us, Phil.
Okay, so this is Beaches of Glass, because I think we're gonna. Are you ready for Calliope yet? I thought we were putting that off for like thrash mode. So because we're gonna gradually accelerate.
Great.
Yeah. So we're gonna go. We're gonna climb the mountain, so to speak. And this is next in the dynamic path. So this is Beaches of Glass. This is an environmentally focused song. So it basically is about don't litter.
Don't litter.
Don't litter. Don't litter.
You an environmentalist?
Yeah, I'm kind of like cause on the sleeve kind of guy. But I think I grew up just at the right time to really be like, just if you go a little bit earlier.
How old are you?
I'm 33.
Okay. Young guy?
Oh, yeah. But I think like a little before, people aren't as concerned with the environment just because it's always been great. And then from my point on, we've really been able to see a lot of
climate change
effect.
became a reality.
Yeah.
It's always been a reality.
Yeah,
but.
I love Sesame Street and Captain Planet, so, he's a Planeteer. And the Planeteers, rather, yeah. But, so this song is just, I lived in New York, and there's this, actually quite a few beaches in, the particular beach in question is in Queens, and it's right over by Astoria Park, and on the banks of the East River.
Queens in the house.
And,
Story in the house.
Yeah. So this beach is very pretty, but you wouldn't want to walk on it barefoot, which is a very strange revelation from a country boy in Virginia, where you can walk on anything barefoot, but it's just covered in beautiful prismatic glass. So just like I guess lots of broken bottles, and the tides carry it all in there, and it's just a beach. And I started Googling. There's lots of these over other areas.
We had the president of the Virginia Wildlife Center on the show yesterday, and you're 100% right.
Yeah.
Said so problematic on beaches everywhere, and not just the glass, fish hooks and fishing line, and also
that I am familiar with.
Another one is the terrifying impact that releasing balloons into the world has on water and the animals in water.
I yell at people about all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, so this is close to your heart.
Yeah, and I mean it's even caused problems in my life.
Why? People are saying you're taking it too far, Phil?
Oh, I used to illegally recycle, and I've even yelled at roommates and stuff like that for not recycling.
Kind of a lot of props on the feed right now. I will wait to relay the props.
It's okay now.
To song number 2.
Brother-in-law. Yeah. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Sitting on my beach of glass, scattered prisms in a shattered past, countless nights stretching back in time, liquor, cold beer, glass, bottle of wine. I shift my focus years ahead, those rainbow beaches and we're all dead. And while I listen to an angry sea, 8 million AC units answer inorganically. AC, 8 million AC units sensor inorganically. I mean, we're just Stackle. Do you need it to be? And is it worth belting our cheeks? Is it worth belting our ice to make that living room feel oh so nice? Will it feel the same when the sea rumbles by and covers it all save the mountain and sky? Beaches of glass, miles below, and all these lands, mammals, no places to go. But while I float atop an endless sea, our children they embrace and sing the final plea. And while I float atop an endless sea, our children they embrace and sing the final plea. Cut a plea for us, Pietsch.
Yeah.
I said, well, it's been said by those far wiser than I that we don't inherit this land from our fathers or our mothers. We're just borrowing it. Yeah,
Borrowing it.
from our children. I'm crying, my children, children. I'm crying for you. I said I'm crying, my children. I'm crying for you. Oh, yeah. Will it feel the same? The sea rumbles by and covers it all, save the mountain and sky. Beaches of glass, miles below, and all these lands, mammals with no places to go. I said beaches of glass, miles below, and all these lands, mammals with no places to go. I saw beaches of glass, miles below. Oh, and all the lands, mammals with no places to go.
Dang. Kid song with a good message. I'll tell you
Yeah.
one of the lines that struck to me. We don't inherit this land, we're just borrowing it from our children. That's deep.
Well, so that's not my line.
That's a
but
great line.
I've never sung it before, but it's such a weird dynamic to not have the audience right in front of you. I think that like it just
They're watching.
Oh, I know, but like normally that's the part where I get to let the band sort of vamp the rhythm and then kind of like just speak to the crowd. And it's actually a Native American proverb, the way I understand it. And as those things go, I don't know what tribe. It's just kind of a shame, but that's the way information works when you get massacred. But it's we do not inherit this land from our fathers. We are merely borrowing it from our children. And yeah, it's just, I think, a good sentiment to consider, because a lot of Western philosophy teaches us that we don't. We're inheriting this land from our father. And Dad said it's totally cool to just like, take care of stuff the way we want to do it.
Love. You're getting props. Josh Brooks says, get it,
Oh,
Phil.
Josh is great. Yeah.
Lee Dye says, I love Phil West. Jess Martin is giving you some props. Say, hey, guys, you guys sound fantastic. Trevor, jump in the mix. Talk to us about this song, baby.
Oh, Beaches of Glass?
Yeah.
Cool tune. When I met Phil, I used to litter a lot more. And then he'd be like, what you doing with that cigarette butt?
Oh, yeah. See, and some people deal with that better than others. Some people are like, oh, it's like, I make enemies, and some friends, they're like, okay, I'll work with you.
You're doing the right thing. And if someone's giving you grief about littering.
Well, I don't worry about that. I usually just pick up after them and glare.
Yeah.
I've stopped with the whole, enforcement.
I love that song, dude.
Thank you.
And I really like the, not philanthropic, but the, altruistic message behind it.
They're easier to get behind.
Yeah. Easier to get behind. I think the song is really good. You compliment it extremely well.
As usual. Thank you.
Do you agree?
Oh, my God,
Talk to us about what Trevor was doing there.
Well, I think important thing to consider is that a lot of times with backup vocals, since they're not the highlight, people don't, or they get the importance gets kind of diminished. And same thing with bass, because it's often not the most prominent part of the mix. So Trevor, I think, excels at these kind of support roles that it's like he is free of this need to clutter or be in front or whatever, and can just do exactly what needs to be done to highlight see, as we were talking about earlier.
I agree with that.
When it's his time to solo, we all step back and highlight him, or whatever. That's a.
You're saying
one
he's
example.
a team player,
right? And everybody's got to be for the team to win.
Yeah. And that doesn't happen in every band, though. Oftentimes, it is the demise of a band.
Personalities are actually, I've found to be, if not one of the most important parts of keeping a band together.
And Trevor, I'm going to give you some props here, embarrass you a little bit. You're just a laid-back, chill dude.
He is.
I feel like you can get along just about with anybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
Is that fair?
Yeah.
I have seen a few people, but I wouldn't get along with those people either. Actually, I typically just don't on the premise that Trevor doesn't. Because he's so easygoing. I'm just like, Trevor doesn't like this guy? All right.
We're all pretty easygoing. You remember that one time we had the heckler guy down at
We
Sky
did.
Bar?
Oh, see,
and we
that
let
was a
him
perfect
Sky
have
Bar's
this.
watching right now.
Well, yeah. Lee actually Brooks was
that's
there.
Sky Bar, yeah.
And
You
Jess
got the
Brooks is
booking
in
guy for
Millers.
Pro Renata right now watching.
Oh, hey.
Talk to
Brian.
us about, Brian Bones. He's the man. Talk to us about what you were just going to say. Tell us the heckler story.
So,
He's
I
the
think this
heckler.
guy had been around on a night before where we weren't too busy, and it was just kind of like, well, if it's going to be anybody, at least somebody who's kind of involved, even if it isn't a hyper-involved sort of, harassing kind of
Was he
way.
hammered?
Oh, yeah, I thought he was totally having fun at first.
Oh,
He
yeah.
definitely was hammered. There was no way about it. He was talking to me about his parka and all kinds of stuff. And
He's like, play louder! And I'm like, dude,
It's not the venue for that.
yeah, man, just stand in front of the speaker, man.
Right.
Yeah.
Is that what you said?
I don't know what I told him. I told him a lot of things.
He kept on it all night. I thought he was enjoying it. I thought he was just kind of trying to play the role of the composer or the
He thought he was the director.
yeah,
for
yeah,
our,
the MD.
Yeah,
Exactly. It was interesting, considering we didn't know the guy.
Right.
Yeah.
That would annoy the hell out of me. You guys probably handled that better than me. I would have gone
We
back.
tolerated
I
it
went there
for
for
an
about
abnormally long time.
two-thirds of this show.
And then you were like, shut the F up?
Well, when Trevor started getting irritated, I was like, all right, that's it. Because Trevor doesn't get irritated.
Right.
I was like, and I'm loud. I'm good at being loud. So that's when I stepped in and started being loud. And I was like, you have one warning. You stop now or you leave.
Andrew says, Peachy's mad chill.
Yeah, he
And
is.
Phil is so hype.
Fire and ice.
You're getting a lot of props here. Let's relay some of the props, and then we'll go to song number 3. Lee Dye says, give a hoot, don't pollute. Great job, boys. See you soon. Kathy Cowler, is that right?
Oh, that's
I don't
my
know
mom.
about the... Where's she watching?
I have no... Oh, maybe at work.
Okay. She says, I don't know about those red pants, Phil.
They're Chandler's. I inherited them.
I like Phil's red pants.
I
What
do,
what
yeah.
about the suspenders? They complement the pants.
Mom.
Come on, Ma Dukes. Get a
Dude,
little-
see if we can get a pop.
I can't believe my mom...
Yeah, can I get a pop on the suspenders?
Oh,
Harris, come on, go to Phil's pop.
They're silk. They don't pop.
There's
They're
no pop?
Okay. I think there's a little in the back, maybe. There we go.
Okay,
You can hear
did
the
you
pop.
catch that pop? Oh,
I can't believe I got talked. My mom's like the first person to talk smack on me.
Teresa Taylor says, you guys sound great. Welcome to the program. If you want me to relay a message to the fellas, I'm happy to. Just put it in the chat box. These guys are crushing it. All we ask in return is if you give the show a like and a share on any channel you're watching on Facebook. Song number 3.
Yeah, and is it time for favorite mistakes?
Oh, well, in the tradition of the song, being a nighttime song, it is
Ooh.
not. However, we will play it because Phil lets me play my original song.
Favorite mistakes, meaning what happens after midnight, can be a little troublesome.
So, like, I was going to try to write an R&B song, and I was like, this is going to be cool, but I ended up, like, writing a Chris Stapleton song.
I like it.
So, we'll see how it works
That's what
out.
we're about to hear. So this is your song.
Yeah. And then, you know, Phil's always like, Trevor, you need to write a song so I can take a break.
True. It's nice.
And a live set. And I'm like, so here we are.
I do try to push Trevor right more, but Trevor has a great... he's just always stuck on these support... He's so good at support roles that he doesn't get to... So, yeah, pushing Trevor to the front is a big... It's one of my new projects.
Oakley Silhouette is giving you some props and says,
He's a very nice guy.
wear those red pants, dude. Keep rocking the suspenders. You look great, homie.
Yeah, Mom. Yeah, Mom. She's
Show's
gonna
yours,
smack me.
Trevor.
Yeah, let's do it, man. Ready? Yeah, let's do
You
it.
want to start on the riff or the climb?
Let's climb it together. 1, 2, 3. Well, it feels like I made my way here again. Candlelit room in your new bed, and I got no intentions to put out the fire. I hear you sigh, deep breath of release, and I can tell you aren't wearing a thing under those sheets. You got me saying, well, I stay for the night, and your lips draw close to mine. Your breath sends chills down my spine, and it feels like I've already been here. I've been here, and I can't believe I just met you, dear. It feels like I'm making my favorite mistake. Well, it feels like you got those hooks in again, leading me gently towards the end, and I got no intentions to run from the light, 'cause all my thoughts find it so hard to compete with your witty banter. Well, it's slowly killing me. You got me saying, well, I stay for my life, and your lips draw close to mine, and your breath sends chills down my spine, and it feels like I've already been here.
I've been here.
And I can't believe I just met you, dear. It feels like I'm making my favorite mistake. Draw close to mine as your breath, whoa, it's sending shivers down my spine, and it feels like I've already been here.
I've been here.
And I can't believe I just met you.
Just
dear.
met you, dear.
It feels like I'm making my favorite mistake.
So good,
Nice.
dude. Clearly a love song. Feels like I've already been
Oh,
here.
yeah.
Your breath sends chills down my spine.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, is it a song about meeting a pretty girl, falling for her quickly, and to a point where you're like falling for her, it feels like so comfortable, like you've known each other for such a long period of time?
Yeah.
Dude, I think that's exactly what he. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that's
I mean, it's like, and
wow.
I've been there. It's like when you fall for somebody and it's like so natural and so comfortable and so easygoing, you're like, holy shit, what is going on
Oh,
here?
yeah.
Like that?
Or it can certainly seem that way after a few nights of,
Whatever.
you know,
Yeah.
fun things happening.
cheap proclivities.
Yeah. Talk to me about that. I mean, that song was great.
Oh, thanks, man.
I love the lyrics.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I mean, writing from the heart right there. Was that an easy one to write? As easy as the love was, perhaps?
I think I kind of like fumbled around with the lyrics at first and wrote the first verse and like the chorus and stuff really quick. And then the second verse, I was like, well, now I actually have to think about like what this song is about and then write the second verse about it.
Did you have that done by the time you were in the band?
I think maybe.
Or
yeah.
were you? Or was it you hadn't had that third verse written? I think that
I
might
wasn't
have been it.
sure.
Yeah.
So there's only 2 verses, right?
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
I guess I think of the first one as like a longer verse or something.
Yeah.
That was
It's
great,
just
dude.
I think, you know, like a lot of people have experienced that. Like, you know, what is it? Is it Frank Sinatra that's got that tune, I fall in love too easily? I fall in love too fast. I fall in love so terribly low. And it's like that kind of like thing. You can be like, everyone can be kind of a schmuck sometimes and just like.
Talk to me about
get
that.
caught up. Oh, God. We all know it. You can be a total schmuck, you know.
With
sometimes.
love?
With girls or whatever, you know.
Or vice versa?
Or yeah.
Dude, I love it. I mean, you're getting props
But-
from, keep going.
Oh, yeah. I don't know. Just from one schmuck to all the other schmucks out there.
You're not a
This one's-
schmuck.
Oh, but this is, you know, that's what the song's from, like, kind of like a schmucky kind of thing, where it feels, it maybe gets, you know, it could be like the start of something that's, like, either really nice or something really bad.
Can I ask you a personal question?
What's that?
Did it work out with her? The
Was
song that this is about?
Oh, God. See, this is the thing. It's like, I wrote the song while I was with this girl, not particularly about her, but about, like,
The
that
experience?
experience of,
Yeah.
like,
That happens,
you know,
yeah, a lot.
fall in love really fast with somebody. But I'm not with her anymore.
Is it is it in that scenario love or lust?
Oh, yeah,
Maybe that's what
exactly.
the song's discussing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think, Phil?
Are you chasing the lust?
Well,
Right.
I just wanted to point out something really cool because All right, so Pietsch has
That's good.
stressed me or he did. You know, Pete. This is one thing. Trevor's a really good teacher, and I think one of the things that he does well is he doesn't like just be like, go out and do this and get better at that because you're not good at that. But he like sort of innocuously slips these like suggestions into your food bowl like at times. And so like I think one of the things that he said to me was like what if you wrote some songs that like people could actually relate to? Sure, you know, he didn't say it like that, but you know what I mean. Because I intentionally sort of veil everything in metaphor. I think that's one of the things I really like doing. But sometimes
Well, you're talking in metaphor right now.
Exactly.
It's just who you are.
Yeah,
Oh my
and
God.
so I think it's a very valid point. Anyway, so he was like, you know, just try to write something that you you know, maybe don't have to like figure out the next day when you're in the shower, kind of stuff that they can just go home with and know what it means. And you knew exactly what he meant as soon as he was done with the song. You literally described it almost the same way as he described it to me when I asked him what the song was about. So I think it's a very interesting concept to be able to do that and be like, this is what the song's about, versus here's a couple layers and you figure it out.
Yeah, because I think when it comes down to it, and I'm not trying to marginalize anybody, but when it comes down to it, it's like the average Joe, when they're going to a show,
That's exactly what he said.
wants
Yeah.
an escape and an outlet
Right.
from their already heavy and complicated life.
Mm-hmm.
So if they're going to a show,
That's why I don't play video games anymore.
perhaps
I
they don't
think
want to
so
get
much.
super deep in the thinking.
Yeah.
just
Throw
wanna
that
sit
to you.
here.
Jump in here.
Yeah, I mean,
We want an escape.
it depends, you know, like, depends on what you're doing and who you're writing for and stuff like that.
Right. Are you writing for yourself? Because that's okay too.
Yeah, it's just kind of like, I want some tunes where, like, if I play them at, like, a gig, like, at a bar, I want people to be like, oh, yeah, sweet.
I get it.
Yeah.
I want to sing back to it.
But I don't know if I'd feel comfortable doing that at, like, a songwriter showcase kind of thing. At a songwriter showcase,
It's deeper.
I'm like, this is a little too, like, scratching the surface on some things, maybe,
Interesting.
you know.
Gina Sobel's watching right now. She
good.
says you guys sound amazing.
She's sweet.
You're getting props from another person in the Outer Banks. I guess it's that time of year
Well,
when people are
okay.
going to the OBX. Miles Wood,
Oh, well, see, Miles actually lives in CVille.
and he's in the Outer Banks right now.
Oh,
It says I'm in the Outer Banks right now, and I'm sending love to you guys in Charlottesville. You guys
He
sound
used to live in
amazing.
Duck, so I got really confused. But
Yeah.
yeah, okay. So he's back in.
Mark Everett Franklin says,
Mark's great. Yeah, we
"Mom
grew up
knows
together.
best, Phil."
What's that?
He says, "Mom knows best, Phil."
He would say that. I think I've still got your sweatshirt, Mark.
Jump
couldn't
in.
figure out who it was, whose sweatshirt it was. And,
Okay.
And I think it's Mark's.
Mark, he's got
Don't.
your sweatshirt.
He's in Maryland now, so
I like
he
it.
can't
I
get
like
back.
it. Maryland, North Carolina, Georgia, and Jacksonville,
You can have
Florida in the house, along with Charlottesville. Give it a like, give it a share. All right, let's go to song number 4. Welcome Cynthia Murray. Welcome Shannon Ranson from Peloton Station. Miriam Hernandez from El Carbone is watching right now.
Cool.
Jonathan Ryan Weiss is watching. Sandy Fuel, the automotive titan. Kyle Irvin, Harrison Scott Wallace. Song 4, the show is yours.
So I think we're now time to amp it up to Calliope.
The
Yeah.
Calotropis is ready.
Calliope. All right, so this song is called Calliope Smile, and everybody lectures me about it not being Calliope, but this Greek dude told me it was Calliope, not Calliope. Calliope is apparently some kind of Americanized version of Calliope. He said it's Calliope. It's Calliope.
Okay.
So anyway, this is Calliope Smile. It is about the muse that brings inspiration to us all, and she's accredited anyway with bringing Homer, the Iliad and the Odyssey.
You're getting, I can't wait to hear this. We got people can't wait to hear this. Listen to this. You guys are going to love this. Joe Montagna
Oh,
is
just like
watching
yeah.
in
Alaska.
Sitka,
Yeah,
Alaska.
Oh,
Right now, in Alaska.
So my brother's out in Alaska now too. Yeah.
And he also has a little joke for you.
Yeah, Joe's it's probably good.
He says, "Is that a Sears guitar or a Mexican guitar?"
Tweezers, zircon encrusted. It's a Frank Zappa reference.
Okay, I did
Yeah.
not know that. See, that was over my head right there. That's
And
great
actually,
to
I
talk
own a
about.
Sears
Yeah,
guitar.
I have no idea.
I have
Yeah.
a Sears guitar from the 50s that has Brazilian rosewood, Joe, so you better watch it with that kind of talk. No, they were slapping Brazilian rosewood and everything, and now it's extinct. It's like, anyway,
oh man.
sad. All right,
Rock
with
and roll?
that, Calliope.
Oh, this is the one where we're gonna scream at the end of it.
Yes. And I'm gonna play with a pick too, right? Yeah. Pretty
Okay.
crazy, huh?
Yeah.
All right.
Are we
ready.
going to scream?
Not like
No,
not like
really.
that. But
Okay,
We're moving
got
it
it.
around.
we have to be loud for the end of
We
it.
do.
It's gonna
I'll
be
yell
loud.
this way.
It's gonna be great.
Yell that
Yeah.
way.
That way?
Yeah.
Okay.
Ready for this, Harris Silver?
We're not really
Harris,
gonna
our
do it.
director
Here.
is ready right now. Dude, do you put some effort on your voice, don't you, after each show? Is it like afterwards, are you like, you know, you're playing.
It's pretty calloused.
I was going to ask, right?
It's all about how you do it and
Okay.
and not drinking too much and having too much fun and
Is that what it is?
sleeping and
So no Siggy,
lots
Siggy butts
of
for you,
water.
right?
Oh, I don't smoke cigarettes.
Yeah. I wouldn't think you would,
I don't
right?
smoke anything anymore. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
No PCP for me, guys. No.
It's okay.
That's
Mom
how I
Dukes
built the
is watching
calluses.
right now.
Yeah, no. Mom's she's in the medical community. She knows. It's funny. It's funny. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Calliope smile, relight your stars now. Let them go out to see. I don't know about you, but well, been around this block once or twice, and I've seen it all before. All this around me, oh, it leaves me wanting, and oh, frankly, I'm wanting something more. Calliope smile, relight your stars now. Let them fall out to see. Calliope smile, relight your stars now. Let them fall out to see.
Do it again.
Silk and semantics, swollen metaphor, hyperbole to soar beyond the sun. Please, Calliope, well, bring me something more. Your grace, I ask you, give me when the time comes. Calliope smile, relight your stars now. Let them fall out to see. Calliope smile, relight your stars now. Let them fall out to see. Let them fall out to see. Let them fall to see. Burden me with the weight of idea. Burden me
So good. Getting some props from people. Sarah Ellen says, job well done.
Oh,
Melissa
thank you.
Harris.
She comes to like she saw me suck on Wednesday pretty bad.
Jimmy Scott, James Russell, giving you some props. Give it a like, give it a share. Talk to us about the song Phil.
Well, yeah, so I met Calliope when I was exploring these Grecan ruins on this. It's an isolated island, and I can't really tell you where it is. That was part of the deal. But yeah, there's like this abandoned island on the rocky shoals of like a Grecan, I don't know, outlet or atoll or something. And it took a little while to find, but then when I got there, she was really cool.
Yeah.
I got home no problem. But again, I had to like make the deal. She like I think just took the memory away. Like even if I try to talk about it, I can't tell you.
Why not?
See, it just doesn't come out. Like it's no, I'm just kidding. No, so inspiration is just I think a really valuable part of life in general, but I mean especially for artists. But I think everybody sort of plays up artists. Everybody's an artist. It's just how are you an artist? You know, it's a very human process.
It's what kind of like vertical or what kind of area or niche is your art in.
Right.
Some people are conversationalists
I
as
love
their art.
architecture too.
You know, some people are poets. You're a musician and a performer. What is your favorite aspect about music? You're a hell of a performer. I mean, you gotta love the performing aspect.
I really do, but I didn't know that at first.
Really?
I'm really shy.
Really?
Yeah.
Talk to me about that. I would never have guessed that.
Yeah. So like, I guess you know, it's. I kind of
This is
think
like
about
your
them as masks, I guess.
This is your red cape, the guitar, and a microphone.
Yeah. It's good. Actually, we've got a song about that. Yeah, I guess like it just comes down to like I knew that people weren't necessarily going to want to watch me stutter on the microphone and be shy and bashful, so that I should try to be like the people that they do like, and I think that's what it comes down to. It's just.
Is it a persona?
Yeah, exactly,
It is?
or a mask or something. It's just like this is my personality tailored to be like how I think people.
It's amplified.
Want to see it. Yeah, but again, and that's taken a lot of filtering because at first it was like, oh, they just want this, but they really want to see who you are, too. So it's a balance of that, I think.
Is it easy for you to flip that switch?
Now it is, but honestly, I think it's harder to be who I am off of. I think I get into nowadays I get into less trouble not being like Phil West on stage, but rather being Phil West off stage when I don't have the kind of authority.
I totally
you know
get
what I mean.
That means.
Like I am like, who was that? Because that was not me, and he was kind of a.
Who is Phil West?
Again, like an amplification of probably my more
musician, your performer.
Oh, sorry. Who is it? It's me.
Yeah.
But like I guess I thought you were talking about personality, like as in like, it's certain qualities of my personality. Yes, amplified, and maybe not like the most easy to get along with qualities.
Yeah.
Necessarily.
Really?
Yeah, I think I get a little more.
Why? I don't see that. I mean, we haven't spent that much time together.
Yeah, and you seem to like not littering. You know what I mean?
I don't
so,
like the
that's
litter.
like if Phil West sees people litter, then I'm liable to like to actually say something rather than just clean up after them.
I'm a big golden rule guy.
Yeah. Oh wow. Yeah. See, I think that's the man. Yeah, that's a great precept to carry. Actually, I think that one could be addressed literally. I think it throws people off, but and there's actually an end to it that a lot of people forget. But so the golden rule goes, do unto others what you would have them do unto you.
Yeah.
And then it follows that with saying,
and I don't even make it about religion. I just make it about like treat people well.
And so this is going to kind of go the other direction, but I'm coming back to what you're talking about because it's not really about religion. But the next line is, and earth will be unto, or your earth will be as it is unto, and like it's not this kind of older word, but it basically means earth. You'll be in heaven. Or I think a lot of people translate it to mean if you do good to others, you will go to heaven. But what I think that line means is if we all treated each other the way we wanted to be treated, that would be heaven. That's what heaven is everybody treating each other like they would their
This
kids
dude
or
is
whatever.
freaking deep, huh?
Yeah, I'm like, dude, this is crazy.
This guy's deep right now. After Brooks says so
Oh,
cool,
that's cool. Okay.
Joe says killer as in killer song and harmonies.
Which Joe said that?
Joe from Alaska.
Oh, Killers.
Is that one of your songs?
I thought he was. I thought that was somebody trying to get us to play the Killers. See, I'm so used to being yelling requests. I'm sorry. Yeah. We just operate on cue as musicians.
Freebird, instantly do it.
I want to hear the encore.
Okay, so this is the last song. This is going to be the most just goofy. Because, like, so what I've noticed also in songwriting is that sometimes people, like we've pointed out earlier, they just want to have a good time. So this song is not to be taken literally, and we even sometimes preface it by saying, don't do any of this shit, because we're not bailing you out of jail.
I love when it starts this way, Darius.
So we'll trade, but just, you got the pocket solos too, right? We'll trade back and forth, but you got the pocket solos too. Okay, all right. We're always, like, adjusting things, and when the song first got written, I was doing the solo parts, but then I was like, Trevor, don't you want to do some of these? And he's like, not yet, because it's kind of like this really active bass line. But now we're doing like this like trading work with the solos on the song, so I'm just making sure we're on the same page. Yeah.
Phil, speaking of being on the same page, are we gonna do Bad Mama's gator skin purse?
That's kind of what I thought.
Or bad.
Oh, are we allowed to swear on this?
Yeah, you can say whatever.
Oh my God! All right,
no rules here.
This song's now
There's no FCC.
PG-13.
Parental content.
You can go. Is it NC-17? Is that what the movie category was?
No, this is only a PG-13 word. We just play dinner gigs, so you can't even go PG-13 sometimes.
Afton, you know me from Nelson. She says.
No, I know Afton.
Okay.
Yeah,
all right. She wanted to put that in the feed.
It's a valid concern. There are many people in Nelson, so conveniently you pretty much know everybody.
Gosh, I also know her.
Went to
She's
Nelson.
great.
Yeah, she's super sweet. I think she's actually she's always like working as a server or bartender at a lot of the places.
That's
that
how I
play
met
out
her.
in
Was at the
Nelson.
Lazy Pear Grill.
Exactly. So, and anyway. I think we get along with service industry because we're nice guys and we try to treat
Everybody
the
should
service
work
industry
in
well.
the service industry once in their life.
I think it's a very good point.
It's like a rite of passage.
Teaches you. There are a lot of people out there that you don't really want to hang out with.
Right. When people come in and they're hangry.
Oh right,
those
yeah.
people.
That's when I'm the worst because I like literally forget to eat. All right, Trevor, you ever been burnt by the light of day?
Burnt by the light of.
I think we are literally playing right now.
You ready for this, Harris?
In the light of day. They've even got extra lights a day to make us look like we're playing under the bright lights a day. All right. So anyway, we like to goof around. Are we gonna no vocal intro and just we'll do the
Dude,
succinct.
we gotta do the hook over the top.
So you want to start with the hook?
Yeah, let's do
All
it.
right.
But with the hits too. Hitting the hook, hits and the hook.
All right.
Yeah.
2, 3.
Burned by the light of day, will I find my way at night until the light of day takes away my sight? Is there another way inside me in your night until the light of day takes away my sight? I was driving around the dead, didn't have nothing better to do. I saw the ditch digger's wife dispensing with this douche. She split skull wide open, his own shopping shovel, empty ear unto ear. Call your doctor, heck well. Call the nurse.
Don't get that bad bitch's gator skin purse.
Trevor, shake it for me. Well, yeah, it was late last night. Saw this phonetic fight. Two desiccated drunks, they's having a duel of the light. All them blood-spattered streaks spread them gawkers and geeks. You see, arterial laceration do flare. How they flare, PG? Call your doctor. Call the nurse.
Get that bad bitch's gator skin purse.
Well, as the stoic sun sets bound by this burnt umber sky, my third best woman equips both evil and stank. I confidence scream forever, haunt my better dreams despite the habits of augmentation. stop my soul. Call the doctor, hell, call the nurse.
Get that bad bitch's gator skin first.
To the bridge, boy.
Burned by the light of day, I find my way at night until the light of day takes away my sight.
Is there another way? Inside me in your night until the light of day
Takes away my sight.
Wait for me, Trevor. Well, come from Boden, recommend psychiatric ward. You see, I saw this schizophrenic right for me. Inexhibitable, not fighting new by narcissistic soon to be. Like widow. Oh, call your doctor, call the nurse.
Get that bad bitch's gator skin first.
Towards the light, just a 6 cents and second sight outside the line for the early gates of hell in heaven lights. So I started burning feathers, flicking halos, tooting ho. There on. Oh well, yeah. Call your doctor. Call the nurse.
Get that bad bitch's gator skin first.
I love that line.
We're gonna do the.
I find my way at night.
That's a fun song.
Yeah.
Thanks, man.
I mean, do you finish the shows with that?
We usually do with the dramatic kind of coached, like basically that, and we all turn towards Carter, and we let him like coach the hits. It's pretty intense. We actually
like it.
wrote that ending and got really excited about it, and now it's
Joe says
exciting.
amazing show. Afton's watching in San Antonio.
Antonio.
San Antonio, Texas.
Oh, cool.
We got Alaska, San Antonio, Texas, Jacksonville, Florida, Georgia, South
Lots of people
Carolina,
out
North
there.
Carolina, and Philadelphia in the house right now.
That's a spread, yeah.
Why don't we throw this to you? Where can we see the Ragnarockers in the
So-
next week? How can we connect with you online?
Ragnarockers.com is a thing, which
Okay.
is great because that makes it easy for you guys. Just go to Ragnarockers.com. I've even got Facebook embeds in there now so that we can, we post shows on Facebook. That seems to be the standard place to tell people where to see us. So we try to, if anything, be standard and easy to see. So come and check out our Facebook page. It might sound corny, but we'd appreciate the likes. It helps us get new gigs. And
Not
then,
corny at all.
Yeah, Ragnarockers.com. We'll get you anywhere you want to go that is Ragnarockers. It's got a melting pot of all of our stuff. And we're going to make it a better website. It's just, we're busy playing lots of shows. If anybody wants to. No, I'm just kidding.
MW says you sound James Brown-esque on that last one.
Thank you. Oh, man.
James Brown-esque
I
on
mean,
that.
I've gotten
got
James
that
Brown
vibe.
yet,
You
but that
like
makes
that
sense.
song, don't you?
Yeah.
The song is so fun.
That's a
That
very
sounds
James
sweet.
Brown
Yeah.
funk blues tune, actually, now that that's...
I feel like Mark Lettieri and doing the Instagram baritone funk guitar videos.
Yeah, actually, a baritone guitar would sound great.
Do you have consistent gigs? Last question.
Oh, sorry, lots of consistent gigs.
Yeah,
and
this day, this week.
Oh, you mean that kind of consistency? Sorry, I meant like, yes, I have lots of gigs. No, that's the hard part with music is consistent gigs. But we are working on some, and I want to say that we are in the works with a few places right now. We just talked to Peloton.
Carter Shaver, my homie.
Yeah, he really likes us and wants to get us on a regular, but not like Friday or Saturday, which is nice because man, that's hard. That's hard to find work for musicians on the off nights, and so. Peloton, we've got a few regular slots at Fellini's while Lewis Smith of Kendall Street is out of town on tour.
Yeah.
So we're filling in for him.
We need to get them on the show.
Rock. Yeah, you do. He's great. They're
He's
really
talented.
amazing.
Yeah.
He and Brian Roy sound really great together too, doing this kind of like two-man, like crushing it kind of stuff. So even if you don't have the whole band, I know their band is pretty big. I can't even keep track of all of them. No, just kidding.
They got a lot of guys.
Yeah. So, but he and Brian do a lot of duo work together too. It sounds great in here. And so yeah, that's at Fellini's, and then I play a lot at Miller's. So I'm usually like once a month at Miller's, and just talking to Adam about maybe trying to get like a little more amped up slot in there that is regular. So.
Nice.
But you can see all of our dates despite their lack of consistency on our Facebook or website.
Okay. Well, you crushed it. I appreciate you.
Thank you for having us.
Trevor,
Good to
second
see you
rodeo.
again. Oh, we're doing Lefty.
Yeah, dude, I appreciate you, man. Talented. You guys rock. Follow them online. Check them out at Miller's. I think you play a great show at Miller's.
Thank you.
Yeah, I
do
really
like
think
Miller's
you do.
a lot.
The whole setup there is primo for what you guys are doing. We close the program the same way every single time, and you'll appreciate this. We ask everybody to embody the golden rule. We don't make it about religion. We make it about treating others the same way you want to be treated yourself. It's so simple, yet seems to be so complicated for some reason. Embody the golden rule and watch the viral positive impact it'll have on our community. Charlottesville needs it more than ever. The country needs it more than ever. The golden rule, the golden rule, the golden rule. For Harris Tolber, our director, Judah Wickhauer, Lauren Linsky, the team upstairs, Phil and Trevor, they crushed it. I'm Jerry Miller. It's the I Love CVille Show. Have fun this weekend. Get after it this weekend. Be safe this weekend. See you guys on Monday. Take care. Good work.
Thank you.
It was awesome.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Seriously.
Sweet.
Trevor, solid.
That's fun.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you. One more thing. We're going to get a picture with you. We call it the hero pic.
Do you
Judah's
want
gonna-
guitars?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. We'll do it over here.